Hi, welcome back to Man vs Film. I'm going to be talking about the latest 88 release, Paranoia, otherwise known as Orgasmo from 1970. And just first off the bat, this slipcover is one of those soft touch things that I find very satisfying. The film is directed by Umberto Lenzi and is basically about three characters. And this was kind of pitched to me like a giallo movie, but it is most definitely very much in the vein of Hitchcock, I would say. It doesn't really have the black glove killer. It is more a suspenseful piece of entertainment, one that I never really knew where it was heading as I was watching the movie. We're thrown into the world of Catherine, a race car driver who's in a crash. When she gets out of hospital, she finds that she's got an invitation to go and see her ex-husband Peter and his new wife Eva. And when he gets there, he kind of discovers that it wasn't him that invited her. It was the new wife, and she has invited her because she has an idea. She has an offer to make to Catherine, and that is that she wants to kill Peter. She knows that Catherine tried once before, and they think the two of them together could get rid of this kind of toxic male. And that's the kind of setup of the movie. And very early on, we find that it gets to the murder sequence where things are going to go, and it doesn't go quite as planned. And it ends up with Peter and Catherine accidentally murdering Eva and then having to cover up this murder, as well as her daughter coming back home to discover her mum's dead and investigating these two who are already back into a relationship of sorts. It's very Hitchcockian in the way it's set up, and it's very suspenseful because we have this ticking time bomb of this body that we know is probably going to be found at some point. We have these two people that didn't really plan this murder. It just happened the spur of the moment, and now they realise that it was in the open. There could be video footage of it. There could be eyewitnesses that saw what happened, and we have these two people constantly desperately trying to stay one step ahead of the law and ahead of Eva's daughter as she tries to uncover what happened to her mother. Of course, there is a vast inheritance at stake as well, and we get a host of little characters, and they all play their parts fantastically well, and they do it with a dubious manner. They play these kind of roles in two fronts simultaneously, where you're never quite sure if they're on to the main pair or if they are unaware of what they've got up to. When you have the pairing of Peter and Catherine, you have these two characters that really don't belong together. We know that they've had a relationship, they've had a marriage that's broken down. Yeah, they have this lust and just fall back into their typical ways, but they don't really belong together. They are antagonistic. They have a fiery romance, and they have an even more fiery temperament to each other when they're not within the bedroom. And they are always at loggerheads. Catherine feels that she's been pulled into a situation that she doesn't want to be anywhere near, and it just mountains up the suspense. Initially, when the movie started, I had no idea where it was going to go to, and I was starting to feel a little bit perturbed with the lack of action, the lack of murders. Like I said, I was sold on it being a giallo, but it's definitely not. And when the suspense starts to build, I found it a lot more playful, a lot more interesting. It was something that I latched onto in the latter half of the movie. It's very unusual to find yourself, checking out the first half hour and then suddenly becoming engaged and carrying it through to the end. I liked some of the photography. I liked the side characters on this. And this is another one of those movies from the Italian collection. And another one from Umberto Lenzi that I hadn't seen before. And I was really glad to pick it up and check it out. Like I said, you need to give this one a bit of space to build up its momentum. It takes its time by giving you the characters, and then the plot. It doesn't just fire straight into things straight away. Yep, this is another solid entry. It's not the greatest movie, but it is entertaining, and probably one that I will go back to again, knowing what I'm getting myself into a second time round. It may offer up more opportunities for it to grow in its stature. Have you seen Paranoia or Orgasmo, whatever they want to call it? Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.